What if a country's entire population growth depends only on immigration? No increase from births, no natural growth, only the newcomer immigrants. And that might soon become the reality of Canada. This is Navyabal and you're watching TimesXP. Canada has long been known as one of the most immigration-friendly countries. For years, newcomers have helped drive its economy, fill the labor shortages, and support the population growth. But now, experts say that Canada could be heading into a completely new territory. According to Canada's Parliamentary Budget Officer, the country may experience its second straight years of zero population growth in 2026. And that's a huge deal because historically, Canada's population has grown through the combination of two things: natural increase, meaning births minus deaths, and the immigration. But that balancing is changing rapidly. A government report released in 2024 suggests that by 2032, immigrants could account of all of the Canada's population growth. Where in simple words, every single increase in the population may come from immigration alone. Migration expert Dan Hibert from the University of British Columbia says the turning point could ever be earlier. According to him, Canada's natural population growth could hit zero around 2029 to 2030. And at that moment, if immigration were to stop completely, Canada's population would simply stop growing. And that is historically unprecedented for the country. But why is this happening? Well, the main reason is demographics. Canada's population has been aging rapidly. Birth rates have been falling for years, and while the numbers of elderly citizens continue to rise, as more people retire and fewer babies are born, natural population growth shrinks. Immigration has already become the biggest driver of growth. In fact, the numbers show how dramatic the shift has been. In 2024 alone, Canada's population grew by more than 816,000 immigrants, while natural birth growth was added about 34,000 people only. And that's an enormous gap. And yes, that's where the story gets even more complicated. Canada's immigration policies are now facing pressure at home. Housing affordability has become a major political issue. After the pandemic, Canada's population growth surged, reaching 3.1% in 2023, far above the historic average of about 1.1%. And many analysts say that the rapid growth increased demand of housing and drove higher rents. Now, the government is trying to slow down the immigration levels slightly and increasing for the temporary residents like the international students. Well, the goal behind is to ease the pressure on housing and the public services. But this creates a new dilemma. Canada needs immigration to keep the population growing and its economy functioning. Yet too much immigration too quickly can strain the housing markets and infrastructure. And there is another long-term concern: the aging population of Canada. Experts warn that Canada's old age dependency ratio is rising. Right now, there are about 29% of people above the age of 65, over 100 working as the Canadians. But within the next 50 years gap, that number could climb up to 50% retirees for every 100 workers. So why does that matter? Because retirees rely more heavily on healthcare and social services while contributing less taxes revenue. And if the working population shrinks, the struggle to fund the pensions, healthcare systems, and the public programs rise rapidly. So Canada faces a complex challenge. It must balance immigration levels, economic needs, housing pressures, and an aging society all at the same time. And that raises a big question for the future. If immigration becomes the only driver of the population growth, how will Canada manage the social, economic, and political consequences? What do you think? Is relying on immigration the right solution for Canada's future, or could it create a bigger challenge down the road? Let us know what you think in the comments.